Hi guys. We're going to talk really shortly, right? We're really briefly about technology today. I did a workshop last night and I thought some good stuff came up, and parents and teachers talked to me about a couple things I said, and I wanted to get it out there to see if anybody else wanted to start a conversation, if they wanted just the information to use at their homes or in their schools. So nuts and bolts and myself, we're going to talk to you. Maybe, I think there's like 3 or 4 things that I think came up pretty often last night. So technology, right? We're doing a lot of that in schools, and I think the younger the kids, the less we should be doing. But I think the younger the kids, the more we're doing. So I wanted to sort of, I don't know, like set up some boundaries or parameters for us to start to think about. So technology should always, for young kids, for middle school kids, for high school kids, for adults, should only be 20 minutes. It should only be 20 minutes at a time, and then you have to do something else. So if they're playing a video game, it's 20 minutes. If they're on the computer, it's 20 minutes. If we're on the computer, it's 20 minutes. The more we go over 20 minutes, the more our brain starts to rewire itself for their survival brain, which is fight, flight, or freeze. And you can see that because as kids finish up their time and they've spent a lot of time on, right, more than 20 minutes, what happens? For young kids, I've never seen an iPad that doesn't have one of those cases, because the kids like end up throwing it, they're mad about it. Because first of all, you're doing it usually in the middle of a game. I can't imagine someone stopping a movie in the middle for me. I'd be like, ah! Or if you went to a movie theater and it cut out halfway through, and they were like, sorry, we'll give you your money back. I'm like, I don't want my money back. I want to watch the whole movie. So figuring that piece out, right? And just 20 minutes, as close to 20 minutes as you can at a time before your brain takes a break, takes a rest. Find something else to do for a little bit before either going back to it, right? If you have work, you have to go back to it. But us being on the computer all day, and I used to do it. So I used to do it at night, right after Brennan went to bed, and I would start to do my computer work, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's 11:30, I gotta go to bed. And I'd turn it off, and I'd go to bed. So first of all, my brain has rewired itself a little bit, and I'm in bed like this. Right, squirrels all over the place, because I should have turned it off, right? Second thing that we talk about is 45 to 60 minutes before bed. Your brain has to make the nighttime amount of melatonin to be able to go to sleep. It needs to know, oh, it's nappy nap time, time to go to bed. But if you've been in front of the computer, your brain's going, boop, 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 and it's not thinking it's going to go to bed. It's thinking, I'm partying right now. Look at me. I'm good. And then you try to go to sleep and you can't. And I was finding myself doing that. And my husband's like, don't you tell people to turn it off an hour before you go to bed? And I was like, oh yeah, right. So, okay, so 20 minutes of time, 45 to 60 minutes before bed. And this is the one that I think will free you as parents. It will challenge you as teachers. It will also challenge you as parents. Is that do not use technology for reward or punishment. Ooh, did everybody just go, what? Did you just yell at me on the other side? I bet you did. So a lot of parents put a lot of time into trying to find the thing that will hurt their kid the most to take away, and then usually put it away somewhere, on the fridge somewhere, to get them to listen and adjust their behavior. Technology usually is the thing. It's in schools. If you earn enough stickers, if you earn enough, you all know how I feel about stickers. If you earn enough tokens, if you earn whatever, you get 20 minutes of iPad time. Well, if you're on a plan in school where that is the outcome, you probably have challenging behaviors. If you have challenging behaviors, then you go on an iPad, your behavior's probably awesome. So that 20 minutes turns into 30 minutes, that turns into, I have seen it happen for 2.5 hours, the kid's been on there, and I'm like, I thought he earned iPad time for half hour. Yeah, but it's so much easier with him on the iPad. So he's learning. And I was like, whoo, and rewiring his brain. So we're taking that away in schools. We're not doing any iPad time. And you're not earning iPad time when you're older. They're going to want to earn iPads, right? You're just setting yourself up for failure. And at home, that's the first thing parents start to take away. Is if you do this, you lose iPad tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, when everything's fine and you've gotten over the hump of the challenging behavior, you now have to follow through on that, right? Follow through is huge. And then you have to start to fight all over again. So you're just like, it's just like picking the scab. So I encourage parents at home, don't use it as reward and punishment. Decide as a family, in a family meeting, how long you get in your home for technology a day. So pretend it's an hour. You can have 3 20-minute sessions. You can have 6 10-minute sessions. You can have 2 30-minute sessions. It doesn't matter how hard the behavior is all day, you get an hour. It doesn't matter if you save the world and at the end of the day, nobody was hungry in the entire world because you saved the hunger problem, you still get an hour. You can win the Pulitzer Prize. You can win all that. It's still an hour. And I think it's very freeing for parents, right? And then as the kids get older, they and you have to figure out what an hour looks like, right? You can put rules around it's never in the morning because that's going to make it hard to go. Maybe it's not right after school. Maybe it's right not before bed. So those things you have to think about. But now there are structures and there's sort of like this thing around technology that you don't have to take it away and add more, because that's just a lot to figure out throughout the day. So let's keep it to about 20 minutes. Every little increment is 20 minutes. 45 to 60 minutes before bed, we're going to turn it off and take it away as a reward and punishment. It's no longer on the table for reward and punishment. And if you're figuring out, but that's what I do, I'm here to help you. I don't do reward and punishment stuff, right? I do that 98% of the time a challenging behavior is a lack of skill or an unmet need. So 98% of the time we're teaching a skill and meeting a need. A reward and punishment is not doing those things because we're missing the teachable moment. So if you have questions, you know where to find me. And I hope this helps and have a great, it's hump day. Have a great hump day. Bye guys.